So now I hope you all of you can hear me, right? Yes, I am audible for everyone, guys. Yes, am I audible for everyone? Yes, am I audible for everyone? Please respond in chat box. Yes, am I audible? Guys, am I audible? Can't respond in chat box? Yes, okay, that's good. So guys, last class we discussed regarding abstraction and all the logics. Yeah, last class we discussed regarding abstraction and all the logic. So now we have to start with the fresh concept. We have to start with the fresh concept, that is API. That is API. So guys, can anyone tell me what is API? Yes, can anyone tell me what is API, guys? Yes, very good. So API stands for Application Programming Interface. Yes. So API stands for Application Programming Interface. That is a full form. Now, basically, what is the use of API, guys? Can anyone tell me what is the use of API? Any guess, guys? Okay, so good, good. Connect backend. Okay. Okay. So guys, coming about API, API is nothing but, as we know the full form, API helps user to, yeah, so API. So, so API stands for application. API stands for application programming interface. Yes, stands for application programming interface. And basically API helps user to connect to application. Basically guys, API helps user to connect to application. So I can say it is used for API, it is used for intercommunication. Intercommunication. It is used for intercommunication. That is, that is one application can interact with another application. Yes, so basically API is nothing but it is used for intercommunication. So here one application can interact with another application. One application can interact with another application guys. Now, so can I say guys, and coming about API, why we will use API only to connect the application? Because with the help of API guys, we can achieve loose coupling. So basically it provides loose coupling between the application. LC means loose coupling. It provides loose coupling between the application. It provides loose coupling between the application guys. Now, all the API, yes, all the API internally, it is going to make use of abstraction. Yes, all the API guys, it is going to make use of abstraction. So I can say the backbone of, I can say guys, backbone of API, backbone of API is abstraction. Backbone of API is abstraction. So guys, just remember these points. First, very important point, what is the use of API? So basically API helps user, or let's say we can say it is used for intercommunication. That is, one application can interact with another application. Now, basically this, why we will use API, why API is used? Yes, so basically API is used to achieve loose coupling between Java, means not Java application, you can say between two applications. Yes, it helps user to achieve loose coupling between the application. Now coming about your API, so the backbone of API is abstraction. Backbone of API guys, it is nothing but abstraction. So basically that's what we discussed. What is the use of API? So it helps one application to interact with another application. Let's say we have application A1, and we have application A2. We have application A1 guys, and we have application A2. So if you want to connect these two applications, we need a medium. Yes, if user wants to interact, yes, if user wants to interact with any device, we need an interface. Yes, if user wants to interact with any device, we need an interface. Similarly, if you want to connect two applications, we need a medium, guys. That medium is nothing but API. So in between, we will have API. In between, you will have API, which helps user to connect two different applications. So here you will have API. With the help of API, we can connect application A1 and we can connect application A2. Similarly, guys, you can connect any number of applications. It is not like you can connect only one application. With the help of API, guys, you can connect multiple applications at a time. You can connect guys multiple application at a time. So that's what, with the help of API we can connect any number of application at a time, and the backbone of API is abstraction. Yes, the backbone of API is abstraction. I hope you get to know what is API and what is the use of API. Guys, clear? Yes, you get to know, all of you, what is API and what is the use of API. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So basically, guys, API helps user to connect two applications. Now, coming about this API is broadly classified into two types. Basically, guys, this API is broadly classified into two types. So basically, before that, we have to discuss now what this API contains, guys. Yes, what this API contains. Yes, guys. Any guess what this API contains? Okay, no problem at all. So guys, basically guys, API contains interface, helper class and implementation class. Yes, basically this API contains, yeah, API contains interface, helper class and implementation class. Now guys, you can hear me. Yes, now it's audible. This go to webinar is seriously dabba thing. Go to meeting is better. Yes. Okay guys. So we discuss what is API. Yeah. So now what this API contains, guys? So basically this API contains three major things. Yes, basically this API contains three major things. That is, yeah, that is your interface, helper class, and implementation class. So let's say we have application A1. Let's say guys, we have application A1. We have application, okay, A1, right? Let's say we have application A1 and A2. We have application A1 and A2. So in between API will be there. Yes, if you want to connect these two, we will have something as API. So let's say A1, A2, A1 and A2. In between we will have a API. This is your API which helps user to connect these two. Now what this API contains? So basically guys, API contains three different things. Basically this API contains three different things. So first it contains interface. Yes, first this API contains interface. Next it contains helper class. And next we will have something as implementation class. Next we will have something as implementation class. So basically API contains these many things: interface, helper class, and implementation class. Now this helper class, implementation class, and interface will be present in the form of dot class, present in the form of dot class, then dot properties, and dot XML. Yes, so guys, these help interface, helper class, and implementation class will be present in the form of basically, yes, in the form of dot class, dot properties, and dot XML. So guys, what is API? So basically API helps user to connect to application. It helps user to connect to application. Now coming about API, so the backbone of API is abstraction. Backbone of API, guys, it is abstraction. Now why we will use API only? We will use API to achieve loose coupling between two applications. It is going to provide, guys, loose coupling. That is, at a time we can connect with any number of applications. At a time, guys, we can connect with any number of applications. Now my question is, what this API contains? My question is, now what this API contains? So this API contains interface. Yes, it contains helper class and it contains implementation class. Now these interface, helper class, and implementation class will be present in the form of dot class, dot properties, and dot XML. These things, guys, will be present in the form of dot class, dot properties, and dot XML. Yes, next, guys, coming about API. Currently API is present. Currently, guys, API is present in two different forms. Currently, guys, this API is present in two different forms. This API, guys, is present in two different forms. So first one, I can say first is nothing but first form of API. First is nothing but, guys, first form of API. And second is nothing but your second form of API. So currently, guys, we have two different forms of API. So first, we can say first form of API, and second is nothing but second form of API. So currently, we have two different forms of API. Now we need to discuss all these forms of API one by one. Yes. Now we need to discuss all these forms of API one by one. So I hope, guys, up to here, whatever we discussed, it's clear. Yes, I hope, guys, up to here, whatever we have discussed, it's clear. Yes, now, guys, coming about API, we have two different forms. Yes, this API is contains, or this API has two different forms. So let's say, guys, we have two different forms. So first, we will discuss the first form of API. So first, we are going to discuss, guys, first form of API. So basically, in the first form of API, we will have one API. So just now we discussed what is API, guys. So basically, this API contains interface, it contains helper class, and it contains implementation class. One API, guys, contains interface, it contains helper class, and it contains implementation class. And we will have multiple applications. Yes, so we have application A1, we have application A2. In between, we have API. In between, guys, we have API. What does API contains? So this API contains interface, helper class, and implementation class. Now, this form of API is exposed to user. This form of API, or let's say first form of API, guys, it is exposed to user. Yes, it is exposed to user, so that user or programmer can write consumer utilization logic. So that user or programmer can write consumer or utilization logic. So guys, now coming about first form of API, this form of API is exposed to user. This form of API is exposed to user. So basically, implementation of API. Yes, basically implementation of API is exposed to user. Basically, implementation of first form of API is exposed to user. So by knowing the implementation, consumer or yes, by knowing the implementation, programmer or developer, by knowing the implementation, programmer or developer can write consumer or utilization logic. So last class we have discussed what is implementation logic, what is consumer utilization logic, and what is object creation logic. So guys, that's what I'm telling. First form of API, it is exposed to user. It is exposed to user. What is exposed? So implementation of this form of API is exposed to user. Why it is exposed? It is exposed because by knowing the implementation of API, yes, by knowing the implementation of API, user can write consumer or utilization logic. By knowing the implementation of API, user can write consumer or utilization logic. Now, guys, why user will write consumer or utilization logic? What is the need of consumer or utilization logic? Can anyone tell me? What is the need of consumer or utilization logic? Yes, guys. Why we will write? Why user programmer is going to write consumer or utilization logic? Very good, Anand, to interact with. But what is the need of consumer utilization logic? So guys, in last class we discussed what is consumer utilization logic in the sense to access the functionality. Very good. Yes. So user will write consumer or utilization logic to access the functionality. Yes. So guys, coming about first form, what you have to remember? So you have to remember this form of API. Yes, this form of API contains interface, helper class, and implementation class. Now, this form of API is exposed to user. This form of API, what is exposed, guys? So implementation of API. This form of this form of API is exposed to user, so that by knowing the implementation, user can write consumer utilization logic. So after writing this consumer utilization logic, user can access the functionality. User can access the functionality. So by writing this consumer utilization logic, user can access the functionality and they can connect to different applications. They will be able to connect to applications. So guys, I hope first form of API is clear for everyone, what it contains and what is going to happen in case of first form of API. I hope it is clear for everyone, guys. Yes, guys, is it clear? Yes. So guys, now what can you give me an example of API? Any example of API, guys? Yes, any example of API? Anyone give API? Wrong or right? That's okay. You're going to learn. Any example of API, guys? Okay. Google Map. No, Google Map is not API. It is an interface. Google Map is not an API, guys, because it helps you. You are not an application. Remember that. It is going to help you. Okay, Satyam, correct. Okay, so all of us is going to use, yeah, all of us is going to use Paytm, guys. All of us is going to use Paytm. Yes or no? So guys, my voice is not clear. Yes, my voice is not clear, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So all of us is going to, yeah, all of us is going to use Paytm. So why we will use Paytm, guys? To make the payment. Yes, we will use Paytm to make the payment. So directly you can make the payment. Yes, directly you can make the payment. So guys, in last class itself, I said all the application like WhatsApp, Instagram, it is an interface. It is not an API. It is an interface, guys, because with the help of Instagram, you can connect with your friend. You and your friend is not an application. Remember that. You and your friend is not an application. So all the real-time application like WhatsApp, Instagram, Netflix, these are the interface. These are the interface. So if you, let's say you want to make a payment with the help of Paytm, you want to make a payment, guys, with the help of Paytm. So directly you will make the payment, guys. Yeah. Will you make the payment directly? No. So what we have to do first, we have to connect. Yeah. First we have to connect your data, let's say bank database. First you have to connect your bank database with Paytm, guys. Then only we can, yes, we have to link, basically, yes, basically we have to link your bank with this Paytm. So for this linking purpose, we will use something as JustPay. Have you heard JustPay, guys? Have you heard JustPay? So whenever you are going to make a payment, you can see round, 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 and you will get here JustPay. Yes. So guys, between the Paytm or between the phone pay, between the Google Pay and your bank, there is a API we are going to use, that is JustPay. So JustPay is nothing but it is an API. JustPay is nothing but, guys, you can give a real-time example of API as JustPay. So basically, it is going to connect your PhonePe, Paytm, Google Pay with respective database bank. So JustPay is nothing but one API. So guys, all of you take down subheading as, yes, all of you take down subheading as API and please copy down the points. Yes. Yes, all of you take down subheading as API and just take down points. So take down first point, API stands for Application Programming Interface. Next, it helps, it is used for intercommunication. That is, one application can interact with another application. It provides loose coupling, and backbone of API is abstraction. So guys, copy down these 4 points first. Don't worry, Arvind, we are going to learn. Though have patience, Arvind, at least. I'll teach you each and everything. I'll explain each and everything. Don't take tension at all. Yes, whatever I'm saying, just follow that first. Directly, you can't be scientist, right? I'll explain you each and everything. Don't worry. I'll give you multiple sufficient examples. Whatever I'm just doing, just follow it first. Yes, guys, just copy down these points first. Once you're done, I'll scroll little down. In other class, they will provide you like I'll share the document or some screenshot. But here I'm not going to share, guys. You need to copy each and everything during the class itself. Yes. After that, take down the small diagram, guys. Yeah. After that, take down the small diagram. Yeah, take down this diagram, guys. Please make it fast, guys. Copy the things quickly. No problem, Anjuna. You can do it. Yes. So guys, copy down the things quickly. Okay. So now even take down this, guys. Just a second. Just a second. So take down this diagram. One, what API contains. Yes. Take down one diagram. What API contains this thing, and one example as JustPay. Neatly, guys, you take down in your notebook. Yes, because like with the help of writing pad, it won't be that perfect. So I'm not able to draw that neatly. I'm not able to draw that neatly. So just you copy down neatly in your notebook. So first take down this and take down this, two things. After that, take down API is present in two different forms, namely first form of API and second form of API. So first this one, after that this one, and then this thing. Yes, guys, copy down fast. Once you're done, let me know. It can be anything, Pranesh. It can be one to one, one to many, many to one, and so many things. Yes, it can be anything. Yes. So once you are done, guys, with all these three things, let me know. So guys, done, all of you? Okay, that's good. So now take down subheading as first form of API. Yes. Now guys, take down subheading as first form of API and copy down this diagram, guys. Then I'll give the definition and the points. Yes, just copy down this diagram, then I'll give the points and all. So guys, done? Done all of you? Yes? Okay. So guys, now take down few points regarding first form of API. Yes. So guys, please copy the things that is for your benefit itself. Okay. If you won't copy the things neatly, I know few of you will not copy. So now if you are not going to copy the things, later you will be in confused state and you will not able to learn the things properly. So make a neat notebook of JDBC. That will help you out during your interview. Yes, in that you just write all your programs, because guys, without JDBC you can't become a developer. It's not at all possible to become Java developer. With the help of Code Java, you can't do anything. You need to implement J2EE or you need to. So just you can say your Code Java is just like a dustbin. Yes, you have to use. Yes, you have to use, but by using only Code Java, you can't do anything. So guys, just take down and please make a neat notebook, neat notes of your JDBC. Yes guys, take down these points now. Yes guys, all of you take down these points. Guys, done? Okay. So guys, we have discussed what is API, what API contains, and first form of API. Any doubt up to here, guys? And I gave one small example as SPay. Any doubt up to here? We'll see few more examples, guys, as the class goes in progress. Yes. Yes. Any doubt up to here? Is it clear for everyone? Okay. So guys, now we'll discuss the second form of API. Now we need to discuss, guys, second form of API. So guys, coming about second form, the second form of API, yes, coming about second form of API, guys, it is divided into two different subparts. Yes, the second form of API, guys, it is divided into two different subparts. Now let's see what are the parts we have. So guys, currently in industry, we are not using first form of API. Yes, currently in industry, guys, we are not going to use first form of API. We will use second form of API itself. Now, let's see, let us proceed and understand what is second form of API, guys. And if you have doubt, at last you can ask your doubts, guys. Yeah, explain first. So guys, coming about your second form of API. This is nothing but your second form of API. Second form of API. So second form of API is divided into two different parts. Second form of API, guys, it is divided into two different parts. So first part is JDBC and second part is JDBC. Yes. So second form of API, first is JDBC API, second is JDBC drive. Now, this JDBC API contains interface and it contains in coming about JDBC API is exposed. Again, it is exposed to developer or programmer. Again, it is exposed to developer or programmer so that developer or programmer can write consumer. Spelling is wrong, guys, just ignore it. So, developer or programmer can write consumer or utilization logic to access the functionality. Yes, so that's what this JDBC API. So second form of API is divided into two subparts. So first part is JDBC API and second part is JDBC driver. Now this JDBC API contains interface and helper class. It is exposed to user or programmer so that by you knowing the implementation, user can write consumer or utilization logic to access the functionality. Now, this JDBC API is present in the package java.sql. This JDBC API, guys, it is present in two different packages. So first package is java.sql, second package is javax.sql. So guys, this JDBC API is present in which package? Is present in two packages, namely java.sql and javax.sql. Now, coming about JDBC driver. Coming about JDBC driver, it contains only the implementation class. This JDBC driver, guys, it contains only the implementation class. Now, this implementation class will be present in the form of jar file. This implementation class, guys, will be present in the form of jar file. That is dot class file. That is dot class file. So, guys, JDBC driver contains only the implementation class. Now, this implementation class will be present in the form of jar file. That is your dot class file. Yes. Now, this JDBC driver is exposed to this JDBC driver is exposed to respective database server or vendor. This JDBC driver, guys, it is exposed to respective database server or vendor, or we can say JDBC driver is exposed. Yes, it is exposed to. Okay, so my voice is breaking a lot, guys, a little. Now, guys, better. Yes, guys. Now is it better? Yes, guys. Now is it better? Still the same? Okay, guys. Okay. So that's what we were discussing, JDBC driver. So now this JDBC driver, what it contains, basically this JDBC driver, guys, it contains the implementation class. This JDBC driver, guys, it contains the implementation class. Now this JDBC driver contains implementation class in the form of .jar. Yes, and this JDBC driver is exposed to, it is exposed to respective database server or vendor. This JDBC driver, guys, it is exposed to respective database server or vendor. Now my doubt is why this respective. So we can have Oracle database, we can have MySQL, we can have MS SQL, we can have MongoDB, we can have many more ways. So you can make use of any database to connect. Yes, but basically in case of MongoDB, we will store the, yes, we will store the file in the form of documents. So better to go for Oracle, MySQL and MS SQL. Yes, so that's what. Now guys, my doubt is why this JDBC driver? My doubt is why this JDBC driver is exposed to respective database server or vendor. Yes, my doubt is why this JDBC driver is exposed to respective database server or vendor. Any guess, guys, why it is exposed? Okay, so guys, basically it is exposed so that respective database server or vendor, they can provide the implementation class. Yes, they can provide the implementation class. So if you want, yes, if you want to connect with Oracle, if you want to connect with Oracle, then Oracle people, Oracle company will give you implementation class. If you want to connect with MySQL, MySQL company people or MySQL database people will give you implementation class. If you want to connect with MS SQL, MS SQL people will give you implementation class. Yes, so you can see here, basically this implementation class will be given by respective database server or vendor. This implementation class, guys, will be given by respective database server or vendor. So why JDBC driver is exposed? Because yes, by knowing the implementation, again, respective database can provide the implementation class. By knowing the implementation, guys, respective database can provide implementation class, so that by using the implementation class, we can access the functionality. We can access the functionality. So if you want to connect with MySQL, we need to make use of an implementation class, that is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So these things we'll discuss, guys, later. No need to worry. Yes, so why it is exposed? Just remember now, it is exposed so that respective database can provide implementation class. Respective database can provide implementation class. And by using the implementation class, user can connect with respective database. If you want to connect with Oracle, we need an implementation class, which is provided by Oracle people itself. If we need to connect with MySQL, we need an implementation class, which is provided by MySQL people only. If you want to connect with MS SQL, we need an implementation class, which will be given by MySQL database only. Yes, so this is just an overview of second form of API. I'll keep all these points, no need to worry, guys. So I'll explain the things once again in briefly I'll explain, so just listen the things, guys. So coming about second form of API, coming about, guys, second form of API, the second form of API is broadly classified, or it has two major parts. First is JDBC API and second is JDBC drive. Yes, now the JDBC API contains interface, helper class, and it is present in two packages, namely java.sql, javax.sql. Now the JDBC API is exposed to user or programmer, so that by using, yes, so that by knowing the implementation, user can write consumer utilization logic to access the functionality. Yes, this is all about your JDBC API. Now coming about JDBC driver, this JDBC driver contains the implementation class and it is exposed to respective database server or vendor, so that respective database server or vendor can provide implementation class and we can connect with respective database. We can connect with respective database. So if you want to connect with Oracle, you need implementation class of Oracle and so on. So guys, second form of API, is it clear for everyone? Because this is very important, guys. Throughout the JDBC, we will use this form itself. Throughout the JDBC, we will use second form of API itself. So is it clear for everyone? Yes. So guys, all of you take down subheading as second form of API and copy down, just copy down the diagram, guys. Yeah, just copy down the diagram. Points I'll give you, no need to worry. All the points I'll give you. So just copy down the diagram. I'll give all the points whenever we'll go for JDBC architecture. Yes, I'll give all the points for JDBC architecture. Yes, so all of you just take down this diagram neatly. So these are the basic concepts, guys, you should know. So first form of API implementation class will be provided by respective API itself. Respective API itself. So basically while developing, yeah, so while developing, it is exposed to programmer. So obviously API will be, yes, API will be developed by any programmer itself. But for common user, for the, yes, normal people like us, normal programmer like us, it is implementation is exposed. Yes. So based on URL, Sai Kiran, based on URL, it will be connected. Based on URL, this JDBC API will be connected with JDBC driver. So no need to worry. We'll see that, yes, how it is connected and everything. So based on URL, basically, we have to import JDBC API from the package. We have to make use of URL to connect JDBC driver. Yes. Good guys, good. At least people are asking the doubts. Good. Please clear the things, whatever doubt you have during the class itself. Yes, that will be better ways. And copy down the points, learn the things neatly because JDBC is most important guys. It's very, very, very important. So you need to give a special care. You need to learn the JDBC properly. If you want to go for Hibernate, in the sense, yeah, if you want to learn framework, JDBC is required. Either Hibernate or things. Yeah, guys, copy down. Once you're done, let me know. Once you're done with these points, let me know, guys. Ping me in chat box. Yes, I hope done, guys. So Priyanka, the interaction will happen based on the class name. Based on the class name, URL, port number, and many more things. Yes, how interaction will happen in the sense, Priyanka? So based on, we have to learn few more things. URL, port number, and then fully qualified class name. Based on that, interaction is going to happen. So don't worry, we will learn each and everything. Getting doubts, that's really good, fantastic, so that you can learn the things. So from here onwards, guys, please don't miss a single class. Don't miss a single class, guys. So today I turn on my laptop by 8 o'clock itself, but because of this GoToWebinar thing, I was not able to log in, guys. So from tomorrow, please join by 8 o'clock. We'll start by 8:05, 8:10, so that we can learn more things. We can complete the things faster. We can complete your JDBC soon, so that you can register for the requirement. You should get placed soon. Yes. So each and everything is related. So from tomorrow, we'll start on time, guys. Yes. Once all of you are done, guys, ping me in chat box. Please copy the things fast. I want people to learn perfectly, so I'm telling just copy down during the class, guys. Yes, because if I'll say take screenshot and later copy down, so many of you will not do that. I want each and every person to learn JDBC neatly, perfectly. It is more important than your core Java, guys. Yes, We'll see, Prashant, how many days. So roughly 10 to 15 classes required. In offline class, roughly 20 class, max to max 20 class in offline class. But since it is an online class, we might face network issue, this and that. So roughly you can take 20 class here also. We'll see to complete your JDBC. Yeah, fine guys. So this is all about second form of API. So now guys, all of you take down subheading as JDBC architecture. So JDBC architecture and second form of API is almost same. Yes, JDBC architecture guys and second form of API is almost same, because for JDBC the internal implementation will be second form of API itself, or you can say the backbone of JDBC will be your second form of API itself. So take down subheading as JDBC architecture guys, and just one small diagram will be there. Just copy down that, then we will discuss again. Take down subheading as JDBC architecture and copy down. So this is your native call. This is java.java.class. This is JDBC driver. And this is your database basically, DB database. So roughly guys, one small architecture, just copy down. So in interview, they can ask the JDBC architecture. So basically you have to explain second form of API itself, because second form of API and JDBC architecture is almost same. Yes, just copy down guys. So guys, anyone attending first JDBC class today or first J2EE class today? Yes, anyone? I guess no, right? All of you are attending from the first class itself. Okay, that's cool, good. Yeah. So guys, we need to discuss now this JDBC architecture. Okay, so Chaitra and from yesterday, that's if you are attending from yesterday, that's okay. Yeah, if second class, that's okay. If you're attending first class, yes. So collect the notes from your friend. Yes, if you have, if you today, if it is your first class, then collect notes from your friend and just go through. Okay, that's okay. That's okay, guys. If you're facing any difficulty, guys, please let me know. Yeah, we will try to solve. How much is possible, we'll try to fix it off. But be regular for the class, please. Don't worry, Chetan. That's what we'll discuss. I'll give the point. Let me explain the things. Will not listen the things properly, and you will start flying in the air. Yes. So let me discuss. Then I'll give the points. I'll give you all the Ramayana Mahabharata for each and every concept. Don't worry. Yes, guys. So let us proceed now. So, so guys, can anyone tell me what JDBC API contains? Yes. What JDBC API contains, guys? Can anyone tell me? It contains interface and helper class. Very good. So guys, coming about JDBC API, it is present in, just now we discussed, is present in java.sql or javax.sql. So we need to import it basically, and it contains interface and helper class. So guys, basically, if we talk about JDBC API, we'll talk about JDBC API. So any guess who invented JDBC API, guys? Any guess who invented JDBC API? So basically, this JDBC API was invented by Sun Microsystem. This JDBC API was invented by Sun Microsystem. Yes. Now, why this JDBC API will be used? Yes, so this JDBC API was invented by Sun Microsystem and it is used to achieve loose coupling. It is used to achieve loose coupling between Java application and database. I'll give all these points, guys. No need to worry. Just listen the things once. Yeah, just listen now. So JDBC API was given by Sun Microsystem. Now, why we will use JDBC API? To achieve loose coupling between Java application and database. First point you have to remember. And this JDBC API contains interface and helper class. It contains interface and helper class and is present in a package java.sql and javax.sql, guys. Java.sql or javax.sql. So in most of the case, we will use java.sql, guys. So this is the most used package. In most of the case, we'll go for java.sql package itself. Next point. Now, what are the interface present in JDBC API? So guys, here we have multiple interface. Here we have multiple interface present in JDBC API. So few of the interface are driver. Few of the interface are driver. Next, connection. So we will discuss all this interface, guys, one by one. Once we will start with the steps of JDBC. So no need to worry. So it contains few interface such as driver, connection, then statement interface, next prepared statement, etc. So it contains few of the interface such as driver, connection interface, statement interface, prepared statement, callable statement, and etc. So we'll discuss each and everything, guys, one by one. No need to worry again. Now it contains helper class as well. We know, guys, it contains helper class as well. So guys, basically what is helper class? Can anyone tell me? Yes, what is helper class? Yesterday we have discussed. Yes, what is helper class, guys? Creates an object, that is helper method. Yes, you can say, guys, it is a class. Basically, it is a class where helper method is present. So it is a class where helper method is present. In case of your polymorphism also, guys. So which example, sir, took animal, right? Which example was explained by in runtime polymorphism? Animal itself or some other example? Vehicle. Okay, for few of you, animal, for few of you, vehicle. So if they took example as animal, so they created a class animal simulator. They have used a class animal simulator. Yes or no, guys? Same class they used before main method, animal simulator. No, guys, some other class. Then what example? So at last, he like, I don't know how they explained. Okay, so fine, let it be. Yeah, so for a few of you, they used animal simulator. So that is nothing but your helper class. Yes, that was your helper class, which helps you to achieve runtime polymorphism. So let us keep the things apart. We are discussing J2W, JDBC. Yeah. So, okay, Arvind, whatever class, but they have used one extra class. Yes, that is nothing but your helper class before main method. So just forget that. Yeah. So guys, in case of JDBC API, we have a helper class. We have a helper class by name driver manager. Here, guys, in JDBC API, we have a helper class name by helper class name driver manager. So in case of JDBC API, we have only one helper class. We have only one helper class by name driver manager, but we have multiple interface. We have multiple interface such as driver, connection statement, and so on. Yes, so this JDBC API contains these things. I'll give all these points. You can copy down. You can copy down, guys. Now, what JDBC driver contains, guys? What JDBC driver contains? It contains implementation class. So guys, basically JDBC driver contains implementation class, and these implementation class will be given by respective database. It will be given by respective database server or vendor. Yes, so basically it contains only one thing, that is implementation class, and that implementation class will be given by respective database server or vendor. Now, coming about your JDBC. So guys, what are different types of logics we have? Yes, what are the different types of logics we have? Yes, what are different logics we have in JDBC? We have learned in design pattern. Yeah, what are different logics we have? Yes, implementation logic, creational logic, and consumer utilization logic. But in case of JDBC, being a JDBC programmer, just we have to write consumer logic. In case of JDBC, guys, just we are going to write consumer or utilization logic. Implementation logic and object creation logic will be given by JDBC API. Yes, implementation logic and object creation logic will be given by JDBC, will be given by JDBC API itself. So that's what in case of JDBC, being a programmer, we are responsible to write only consumer or utilization logic to access the functionality. Object creation logic and implementation logic will be given by JDBC API. Yes, so guys, all of you take down subheading as JDBC architecture, or you can take down second form of API and copy down the points. Because for JDBC architecture, guys, again I said backbone will be second form of API itself. So guys, take down JDBC architecture point or second form of API, and please copy down these points neatly. This is JDBC API point and this is JDBC driver. So copy down the points neatly, guys. Guys, do one thing for this particular. Just take down pic or screenshot. Yeah, just take down pic, guys. All of you take down pic or screenshot, because this meeting will be ended in next 2 minutes, guys, automatically. That is not in my control. Yes. So I'm telling you, take down pics or screenshot, guys. Take down pic or screenshot for this particular thing, and later you just copy down. Yes. So guys, any doubt up to here? If you have copied, then well and good. Now, if you have copied, well and good. Otherwise, just take down, click on screenshot. Yes. So guys, any doubt up to here? Whatever we have discussed. So JDBC API is now JDBC API is clear for everyone, guys. Any doubt up to here? Yes. So JDBC API, different forms, and JDBC architecture. Is it clear for everyone, guys? That's good. So guys, from tomorrow we will start the program. Yeah, we'll start writing the program from next class. We will see some theory things like what is URL, what is port number, few more theory concepts are there. Then we will start writing the program. We will start with the steps of JDBC guys. So all of you install MySQL and SQL Yoga and keep the things ready. Tomorrow you have class. Okay, Vinay, I'll share that. Yes. So guys, tomorrow also you have class. Sunday you don't have class, but tomorrow you have class. Yeah, same time, guys. Any version of SQL Yoga is better, but just if possible, download SQL Yoga 5.0. Any version is possible, but 5.0 is better. Yes. So guys, download. Already I said long back, right? You need to download SQL Yoga 5.0. Even I shared the link, guys. Yeah, even I shared the link. So that link will be present in group, I hope. So if you have not downloaded, you can use that link and you can download it. If you have installed, well and good, guys. No, not a big deal. Yes. So guys, that's all for today. Keep the software ready. So Shalini, that is okay. If you have Workbench 8.0, that is more than enough. Yeah, but for that, steps will be different. You should know how to open that, how to verify the data. See guys, I'm telling to install SQL Yoga because it's like user friendly. Okay, we'll see. But guys, try to fix the small things like the Eclipse installation and all by yourself. Come on, you are an engineer now. You are not like in LKG, UKG class. So you can use YouTube. You can see the installation part of Eclipse and all. For the small things, you should not ask. Okay, I'll share in tomorrow's class. Nagesh Kumar, I'll share it tomorrow's class. Don't worry. Yes. So guys, practice the things. If you're facing any difficulty, let me know how much is possible. I'll help you out. Yes. So guys, that's all for today. So keep the things ready. In tomorrow's class, we'll start with the steps. Before that, we have some few basic concepts we have to learn. So that we'll discuss. Then we'll start with the steps of JDBC. So once we'll start with JDBC, guys, you need all the software and you feel JDBC is interesting. So keep practicing things, guys. Yes. So that's all for today. We'll end this meeting, guys. So we'll continue in tomorrow's class. Yes. Yeah, guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Take care, guys.